Now, moving into your main event title fight here, Cagezilla 85, June 28th, a spot that I think you definitely deserve. I mean, you fought for us back in 2009. We were talking about Operation Octagon 6,
Yep.
which, Cagezilla was formerly known as Operation Octagon. And so
Yep.
now for you to be here in this main event pro title slot, it must feel like some sort of full circle moment for you, huh?
It does. It feels, that's what I've been telling everybody. This feels like, you know, back to where it all began, which is, if I was going to start anywhere else, why not start where it all started for me? So,
Right.
it's an amazing feeling, and it's going to be a great moment.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited to see you in there. Well, you're up against a Yemi Oduwole, a decorated athlete that has fought all over the country with a record of 10-4. Tell us, Mike, what might you know about him coming into this big main event title fight?
I know he's a great fighter. He's well versed everywhere. I studied. We get in these study sessions, and we go through as much as we can find on these guys, and we look for their weaknesses and where we think we can exploit it. And he's really versatile all around. He's got good striking. He's got most of his wins have come by submission and jiu-jitsu. So he's got good jiu-jitsu. He's fought at 170. He's fought at 155. He seems like a great all-around guy. He's definitely somebody that is not going to be an easy fight. And why would you want an easy fight for something as big as a title fight?
Right.
We had one opponent. Just kind of honestly something to say about him is we had one opponent until about 2 weeks ago. That guy, he fell off, and Yemi stepped up on, little to no notice, which is hard in this sport to find somebody that will step up, take the challenge. He's got a great record, and so I have nothing but good things to say about him. He seems like a great sportsman, and we'll respect each other on the outside and go to war on the inside. But I think it's gonna be a great fight for the fans. And I'm definitely looking forward to the test. If you're gonna win a title, you might as well be tested for that title.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, yeah, like you say, him stepping up into that title slot and not just any fight, he's the main event with you
Yep.
in this title fight. And what a huge, huge fight this materialized to be, man. Well, I'm excited to see you back in there. I know the old school Cagezilla fans are certainly excited to see you back in there. And the new school fans are in for a treat. But tell our audience, Mike, what kind of energy are you bringing into this? What can we expect to see from Popezilla come fight night, June 28th at Cagezilla 85, man? What can we expect to see from you?
So I'm bringing all kinds of energy. I'm stoked to show off my striking. That not a lot that I think everybody kind of underrates on my striking, but it's something I've been really dialed into working on for a while now. I mean, I've come an incredibly long way. And then my wrestling has always been my base, and I'm a world champion in jiu-jitsu. I've since I've got back to the competition scene, I've won several big IBJJF tournaments at the black belt level. So I'm always comfortable to fall back on my jiu-jitsu, but I think that for me, this fight's about going out and having fun. It's not necessarily about let me just rush in here and try to kick this thing off as fast as I can, because it's like I tell my wife, every fight now could be the one that I hang my career on. And you want something exciting. You want something that my kids always ask me to get on YouTube and watch my fights. And I'm like, oh, the quick submissions, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I want them to see a good, entertaining fight that, they can, I can, you know, point to the belt on the wall one day and say, this is the fight that I got that, and it was a tough fight. It was an entertaining fight, and nobody was sitting down in the entire arena the entire time.
That's right. That's good. That's the way it's gonna be, man. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of your striking, man, because I know you've been a pretty dominant grappler for quite some time, and for you to showcase some of your new striking skills, man, that's gonna be great for the fans. That's gonna be awesome.